Chapter 2, Section 10, we're working with expressing percent in some way. Express percent in one way. You're going to learn some equations in this one. You want to write these equations down for the assessment. You want to have this on your card. First is percent change. Percent change. Percent change is going to be your original amount minus your new amount divided by your original amount. And what this basically says is we're going to find out what the change was from the original amount you had to the new amount, and then whatever that is, that difference we're going to have there, we're going to divide it by the original amount. And this is going to give us probably a decimal of something. All right? Remember, if you multiplied this, let's just give it x. If we multiplied point x times, well, that doesn't look right. Let's do it, instead of x, let's call it a different number. Let's say this is point y, okay? And if we multiplied point y times 100%, then this would be y0, whatever it would come out to. Okay? So, but this is going to give us a decimal. We can make it a percentage by just multiplying it by 100%. So let's take a look at an example of percent change. Let's say your original amount. Your original amount, and I'm going to call this percent change. Your original amount, let's say, was 32. So we had the original amount, 32. And the new amount that we came up with was 28. We'll call this new. We divide this by the original amount, 32, and this is going to give us our percentage change. In this case, this would be 4 over 32. If we subtract 32 from 28, we get 4, which equals 0.125. 1/8. That's what this reduces to, is 1/8, and 1/8 is 0.125. Now, if we wanted to make that a percentage, we would take 0.125, multiply that by 100%, and we would come up with 12.5%. So you can say that from our original amount to our new amount, our percentage change was 12.5%. How about percentage error? Percent error. Now, just like our percentage change, we have an equation for this one. This is another one that you should write down. You should have it in a little white note card for when you take the assessment. And this one works like this. It's our measured or estimated. And I'm putting them one over the top of each other here. It's our measured or estimated amount, okay, minus what the actual amount is, divided by your actual amount. How would that work? Well, one other thing we want to put in here. It's the absolute value of this on top. Absolute value of that on top. Because your measured or estimated amount may be less than what your actual amount is. And then that would give you a negative. Well, we don't want to work with negatives in this case, so we're going to take the absolute value of it And as you should remember, an absolute value of something always makes it positive. Example, absolute value of -3 is 3. The absolute value of 3 is 3. Okay, absolute values always make it positive. Let's look at an example. Let's say we had, I'm going to call it percentage error is going to equal, and let's say this was a measured amount, no, estimated amount. Let's say you estimated your amount on this case could be 126. All right, but you found that the actual amount was 138. We're going to divide that by our actual amount, 138, to come up with absolute value minus 12. 126 minus 138 is going to be a -12, divided by that 138. Okay? This is going to end up equaling 12 divided by 138. If you get out your calculator, you're going to find out this is approximately 0.09. This is going to be approximate. In fact, I'm going to do a little approximation symbol here. Approximation symbol looks like this, 0.09. We want to find out what the percentage of this is. We're going to multiply this by 100% to come up with 9%. That's what our percentage error was over our estimated minus our actual. So let's say we estimated we were going to count all these nuts and all these bolts that are in this box, and we estimated it to be 126. But when we actually counted it, we found it was 138. We would have been off by 9% in our estimation. That's what percentage error is.